What's up, basketball fans? You know that feeling when your team is up by 23 and you're already celebrating, then suddenly you're watching everything crumble. Yeah, that happened again. But hold up, before you click away thinking this is another heartbreak story, let me tell you about how one player just said not today and saved our entire season. Just when you start losing all hope, you see another double-digit lead start to fall out of our grasp. We see Stephanie White's bags getting left at the airport. We're envisioning a world where the team bus leaves without her, and then of course Kelsey Mitchell saves the day. After being up 23 points against the Dallas Wings team, watching them come back in the second half to take the lead 80-79, enough's enough. Kelsey Mitchell said enough is enough, and down the stretch it wasn't just Kelsey Mitchell. Natasha Howard pulled through first down the stretch as well with that big in one play, big little hook shot, big plays from Natasha Howard. We got to give credit where credit is due. Aaliyah Boston had herself a game as well, 21 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. This wasn't a coaching masterclass by any means, but the players came through and won this game 94-86, a game we could not afford to lose, especially against the Dallas Wings, especially after losing last night to the Los Angeles Sparks. Let me just touch on that real quick. If we would have kept going to Money Mitch last night to start the fourth quarter instead of starting her on the bench, we would have won last night as well. But to Stephanie White's credit, she saw Kelsey Mitchell was hot and she kept feeding the beast.
Pin down hier Kelsey Mitchell, here is the ball. Pin down here Kelsey Mitchell, here is the ball.
At some points Kelsey Mitchell was just coming up to half court saying Ari hand it over, Ari hand it over. When we ask ourselves who's going to take over, who's going to step up with CC out, with CC down games like today, Kelsey Mitchell showed that she is capable of doing that. When we are going up against bad teams with no Caitlin Clark, Kelsey Mitchell and Aaliyah Boston, the two of you need to show up and show out for us. We started off the first quarter 33-13, shooting nearly 80% in the first quarter, and like most things, all good things come to an end.
We slow down the pace, the Dallas Wings get back in the game.
Furthermore, Paige Bueckers has a good second half. She showed up for the Dallas Wings, but no surprise here, Erike shot chucker continues to be the shot chucker that she is, 5 for 12. Paige started the game 1 for 6 and down the stretch she goes 8 for 12. Paige Bueckers showed up, she hit a clutch 3 and I was like oh shoot here we go, but Kelsey Mitchell said not so fast. Look at all those highlights today folks. Natasha Howard earned her highlight today, 15 points, 13 rebounds, hounding the boards. Aaliyah Boston 21 points, 9 for 14, she had a couple big buckets. She seemed to fade a little bit in the first half where she was very prevalent along with Kelsey Mitchell, but in the second half it was really the Kelsey Mitchell show and Kelsey Mitchell put on a show. Ari McDonald, if you guys were in the venue, salute to everybody in the venue. I was saying Ari McDonald get me 12 or more points, 5 or more assists, 2 or less turnovers, and what did we get?
13 points, 6 assists, 1 turnover.
She had 5 personal fouls. I will say this, that third quarter started off and we had some really bad foul calls against us. Ari McDonald's hands are to the side foul call. Ari McDonald taking 10 steps back, giving whoever it was plenty of space to miss a shot, foul on Ari McDonald. Lexi Hull goes up to contest a shot, it was a foul, but if we're going to call it one way we got to call it both ways. A lot of ticky-tack fouls in the second half, but it didn't matter. Most importantly, it did not matter. The referees didn't really inject themselves too much into this game. I can't say anything negatively too much about the referees. Lexi Hull 3 points, 1 for 4 from the field, 1 for 3 from the field, she had 1 turnover, a bad turnover. Second quarter is winding down, turnover to Paige Bueckers. Paige Bueckers comes down with a pretty deep 3, a 30-footer I would say, buzzer beater bang, Dallas Wings go to halftime with momentum. Another thing that we like seeing today, Michaela Timpson getting good minutes, 14 minutes. Let me say this, Michaela 4 personal fouls, they were bad fouls. Shuffle your feet on defense, don't lean in too much with the body, you're athletic enough, you can stay with them, you don't need to get that close. If we watched today's game you saw how disruptive an athlete like Michaela Timpson can be on the defensive end. She jumps up and you're like, did she land yet? Oh there she is, she landed. She had a foul called on her in the first quarter, clean block but it was a foul called on her, it is what it is. You saw her switch out on the perimeter folks. We don't have bigs that can switch out on the perimeter to a guard and stay with them step for step for step for step. Michaela Timpson can, we need more Michaela Timpson minutes. Sydney Colson 2 points, 3 assists, not really much of a factor tonight, not a negative but not much of a factor. Sophie Cunningham 5 points, 4 rebounds, 1 steal. Folks, I thought we were going to blow this game. We've seen this show so many times, I thought we were going to blow this game. We have the lead in the fourth quarter. Let me just give you a bit of a rundown real quick. We have the lead in the fourth quarter 77-69. The Dallas Wings go on an 11-0 run. They take the lead 80-79, and Kelsey Mitchell takes us home. Kelsey Mitchell hits a 3, she takes us to the rack, we get a Natasha Howard and 1. Not only did Kelsey Mitchell score today, 7 assists, she was facilitating, she was looking to get people open. She had a couple bad turnovers where she was trying to force it, one to Sophie Cunningham comes off the top of my head, but Kelsey Mitchell played a complete game today. This is the Kelsey Mitchell that we know can show up when we need her. It was a rough start to the season, but she's been coming on as of late and I'm here for it. Team didn't really get out and run that much, 12 fast break points in the entire game. First quarter we were really playing fast pace but we slowed it down like we always do, just slowed it down. Only 11 turnovers, minimized the turnovers, capitalized off their turnovers, shot 59% folks, we were hot, we shot 59% from the field. We only shot 59 field goal attempts compared to the Dallas Wings' 68, that's not good, that gives you a glimpse of how much we slowed things down. The fact that both teams shot relatively the same amount of free throws yet they still got 9 more field goal attempts than we did, we out-rebounded them yet they still got 9 more field goal attempts than we did, we committed fewer turnovers yet they got 9 more field goal attempts than we did. We can't continue to slow it down when we get a big lead, we can't continue folks. We had Caitlin Clark wipe away some bad fourth quarters and some bad second halves from Stephanie White, we had Kelsey Mitchell tonight wipe away a bad second half from Stephanie White. This was the Kelsey Mitchell game, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. The one thing I'm going to compare this Indiana Fever team to, and we were talking about this in the chat, salute again to everybody in the venue, is like a wheel that has a small puncture in it and we inflate it and we're rolling around on the wheel and everything's going fine and then suddenly we start losing too much air, and then we're rolling around on a flat tire. But today Kelsey Mitchell took out that compressor, brought us back to 40 psi and off we went. Not the prettiest win but a win we needed, a win that made me feel good knowing that we didn't just blow another fourth quarter lead. Let me know what you think in the comments section below, I appreciate all the support, don't forget to like the video if you enjoyed and subscribe to the channel, that would mean so much to me. We'll see you next time and as always take it easy.